about you, but one of the things that really does irk me in this world that we live in is food waste, particularly when you see so many people starving, homelessness, army veterans on the street, and you really want to help them, and you see these bags of food just being chucked away by these very expensive supermarkets, particularly where I am in London. So it does come as welcoming news, of course, that they've decided to do this. But is it truly everything that they're claiming it is on their press release? Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Thank you so much for joining me. This particular story really does catch my eye because, as we often say here on the show, there are so many people deserving of so many things and so few have so little. And when you think about it, food is the one basic thing that we should all be able to have, no matter what it is, and I don't mean that in a rude way or cruel way, but we all need to eat, as we all do need someone to look out for us and look after us, which is what we try and do on this channel. I hope you'll agree. But this particular story really caught my eye because it's by the leading giant retailer Marks and Spencer's, who proudly proclaimed last week that they're doing away with the best before dates on all of their products. And it's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because I don't know about you, but I'm very, very cautious about the best before dates. My motto is, I look back to the old days. Do you remember when you used to have sort of cold meats and you put it in your pantry and just put a cold cloth over it? Days later, nobody died, you still ate it, didn't you? And I'm being serious, people, I think there's far too much waste chucked away because of the dates. I think we're programmed into thinking that, we must get rid of it. But Marks and Spencer, of course, have been very good at this for years. They've trained people into thinking if something is a day old, then it's not good enough. But, that's truly not the case. But now, are they being food conscious? Or are they indeed just spinning a story? Let me explain. According to a very good source, and as ever we have to say allegedly, the bottom line with Marks and Spencer is this: as with many big retailers, they're all struggling to get supplies, you see, to come back into the stores. So by doing away with BBE, best before dates, it's very interesting, isn't it? Then, if the things are not really dated, you're not going to be too concerned and they don't have to chuck as much away. What a lot of people don't realise as well is that a lot of staff members in these big stores are allowed to take the food home for free. Part of the perk, nothing wrong with that. But when you consider the amount that they throw away, and I've seen this by myself by big companies like Pret a Manger, the sandwich store, bags of sandwiches just thrown by the bins of the wayside on places like Great Portland Street and Oxford Circus, and you think, couldn't someone just give these bags of food to the homeless, dish them out? Truly, couldn't they come in at a certain time themselves, between 5 and 6 or something like that? There must be a more effective way. So as I say, with Marks and Spencer's announcing this big drive, this big sort of proactive move about food wastage, it's all very well, but when you think about it truly, they're having problems with their suppliers. And of course, as shelves become more empty, which they all blame on Brexit, of course, the rest of us, of course, not be too worried about buying anything without a date on it. Whichever way you look at it, of course, there's only one winner in the retail game. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.